Okay, today we want to see how we can create a donut chart in Tableau as well as in Power BI. Let's quickly check it. So what we are going to do is first we are going to get a data set called global data store, global superstore data, fine, and that is an Excel file. So let's get the data. Let's get the data, and the data, fine. Okay, once we connect this data, and we'll quickly see how we can create the donut chart and how quickly we can do that. Let's see. The data we are looking for is the orders data. That's all. We want to just use the orders. And first thing we want to do is to transform this data and the first row as header. Use first row as header. Then we have to also provide this data, and this is how you can get you can check how powerful Power BI is. Okay, we can do all of these things just in few minutes, right? Few seconds itself, you can say. Let's see. We have got our data, and also we have made the basic transformations. We want to create a donut chart, and here in Power BI, you can see this. We have got the donut chart available in Power BI, and we can just create the donut chart out of this. Fine. Let's get this data, order data, and we want to check this donut, right, based on the category. Category should be in the legend, and we have the sales information and sales information on the values. Also, we don't want this uh, uh, legend to show over here. So quickly, we just want to turn it off. Fine. Now, what we want to do is we want to also have this donut chart. Also, we want to have it total on this donut chart. So this is the trick part. Okay, getting donut chart is very easy. That's easy enough, right? But getting the getting the total at the middle is the tricky part. So what we are going to do here is we are going to use a trick, okay, to get the donut chart here, and similar trick we will be applying, you know, in Tableau also. So let's see what we can do, right? Let's see. We can just, we want to do some alignment on this chart. Fine. And we want to also make some adjustment in the size, suppose 20 or some 25, right? Now, let's say sales by category, and we want to have the total sales over here in the middle, fine? So what we want to do is, what we have to do, what we don't have a direct option available in the format tab. So in that case, what we are going to do is, we are going to use a workaround, and we are going to use the card over here, and on this card we just want to have the sales information. So total sales will be available here. Now, on this card, you have these total cells. We are just going to do some formatting on this card. Fine. And we are going to have some formatting and adjust this data at the middle. Fine. Sum of cells or just the cells, you can say. What we are going to have is the cells, total cells, or we can just say total cells, right? And fine. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to adjust it here, and to for that we have to do some uh, you know we have to do some workaround, right? So background color on these uh, we just need to adjust the background color on this. So what we are going to do is going to see the effect and check the background color. Background color is fine, and we are going to adjust the transparency. And that's how, see, this is so easy, right? Now it is done. And you can see this data available, right? So the next thing what we are going to do is we are just going to group it, fine, and so that whenever we uh, okay, we are just grouping these data, fine. So while we do the grouping, what happens when we just take it somewhere, right? It will go together, fine. So that's how you will be able to create the uh, uh, donut chart and total at the middle, fine. So similar thing, we want to check in Tableau. Let's check, and how easy we can do that here. Let's get the data first, the same data want to get, fine. And we are going to get the same data, superstore data, and here we want to use the orders, fine, same data. And here you will see in global superstore that this has identified the data type automatically. We don't want to do any changes in this, fine. And we just want to use our data first, and we want to just create the donut chart. Here, creating donut chart is little bit trickier than in Power BI, right? In Power BI, we just did it so simply, right? But in Tableau, it is trickier. We have to use dual axis concept here. Let's use it. Fine. What we want to do is we want to first use the color. Okay. Category in the color. Fine. Category as the color. And we want to make this mark as the pie font. And also what we want to do is we want to have the cells as the size, fine. Now everything is done, and also the cells on the label, fine. And what we want to do is also we want to just increase the size, and here is the border. It's invisible, so we're just going to increase the size, and here's the border, it's invisible, and we have just increased the size, fine. What next we want to do is let's increase more. What next we want to do is we want to just have we want to create a donut chart out of this, and also we want to have the category as the label, fine. Here we have this category as a label. We want to have the total value in the middle, fine. So what we are going to do is we are going to create, here we need to create another measures, okay. Maybe we can create a count, fine, or we can have even the row ID. Let's get the row ID, and Here row ID, we just get the row ID and we want to make it as the minimum. Fine. This row ID we have as minimum. Fine. But it seems the minimum row ID is not working for us. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to remove it and we are going to create a calculated field, and this calculated field will name it as number of records, number of records. Fine. And this record we can just give it as 1 and apply it. Okay. We can put this number of record over here. We can make it as the minimum. Fine. Now you can see just 1, and we want to use the same number of record again, and we want to create a minimum out of this. Fine. So what we see is, now we see there are 2 marks card created, and we want to superimpose this upon this, and also we want to remove the color and all these things. So what we need to do is we are just going to remove the color first. So it is removed. Also, what we want to do is we are going to remove the text, category text. Fine. So what we have now is only the numbers. Fine. Also, what we are going to remove is going to remove the size. Fine. And now we are going to give a color white to this. Fine. And also we want to resize it little bit. Fine. Now we have the smaller size. We want to just superimpose on the other. So what we have to do in this case, we have to create dual axis, and you can see it is easily done, right? So easily it is done. Fine. Now what we want to do is we want to just have these headers unchecked so that it looks exactly same as the donut chart. Fine. Now you can see this is donut chart, and we can also increase the middle part of the donut chart. Okay. And here what we have to go this, and we have to increase the donut chart here, middle part here, right? Now you can see this is increased, and that's how easily you can just create the donut chart, right? And yeah, so that's complete the donut chart from Power BI, and having this trick to create it. This is so interesting, right? So do, like my video, do share your thoughts if you like it, and also, you know, uh, just subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you. Thank you very much.